dinner is 20 minutes late, the photographer and DJ need the same corner, and the birthday guest of honor is already waiting for the spotlight. What do you save first?
Not the timeline. You save the experience.
Exactly. And that sounds simple until 3 people are asking you for answers at once. So let's talk about how to make a smart trade-off without turning one delay into 5 new problems.
Hello, and welcome to the Event Experience Podcast by 360 Entertainment. This is the podcast where we talk about what it really takes to create a smooth, engaging, and memorable event. From photo booths, DJs, audio guest books, and interactive entertainment to vendor coordination, event planning, guest participation, and behind-the-scenes challenges. We cover the details that can make a major difference. Whether you are planning a wedding, birthday celebration, corporate event, school function, reunion, community gathering, or private party, our goal is to help you make informed decisions, avoid common mistakes, and create an experience your guests will remember. Let's get into today's episode.
The reason this matters is that event day changes are not unusual. A speaker runs late. Rain changes the room. The guest count shifts. A photo booth line grows faster than expected. None of those automatically means the event is failing. So I like to begin with one question. What is this event really here to do? Not what is every line on the schedule supposed to accomplish. What does the host most want guests to feel, see, celebrate, or remember?
In that birthday example, the spotlight moment may be the purpose. Maybe it is the cake, a short tribute, or a surprise from the family. The photo booth opening can move. A second game can move. Even the timing of background music can move. But the guest of honor should not be left wondering whether their moment disappeared.
And for a wedding, it might be the ceremony exit, the first dance, or time with family. At a corporate gathering, it may be a keynote speaker who has a firm departure time. A school function may need to protect student recognition. A reunion may need to protect the group photo, because that is when everyone is actually in the same place.
Let me challenge that slightly. People here protect the purpose and sometimes decide every meaningful activity has to stay. I am not sure I buy that. If everything is protected equally, then nothing has really been prioritized.
That is fair. I would not protect every item just because it appeared on the first draft. I would protect what the host has identified as meaningful. A favorite tradition may stay, while a decorative transition or extra announcement can be shortened or removed.
Exactly. A meaningful moment still needs a realistic place in the room.
Yes, once you know what must stay, ask what can move. In the birthday scenario, the photo booth could open 15 minutes later. The audio guest book could be placed near the cocktail area instead of the entrance. The DJ could combine the cake announcement with the transition into the spotlight moment.
Wait, combine the announcement with the cake transition?
Sure. Instead of stopping the room 3 separate times, the DJ can invite guests to finish their conversation, bring attention forward, and guide them into the next moment. That saves time without making guests feel hurried.
And the key question is whether the change improves the flow or simply moves the problem. If the photo booth moves, does it block the caterer? Does the line spill into the dance floor? Does the power setup still work? Does the entertainment team need time to reset?
Especially the power setup. People see an open corner and think, perfect, put the booth there. But that corner may be needed for venue access, may not have a safe power source, or may place guests too close to another activity. A rain plan can create the same issue when an outdoor community event moves into a smaller room.
I have seen that ripple effect at corporate events too. A speaker runs late and someone says, just squeeze the presentation in later. But the presenter may have a far departure time. The room may need a reset and catering may be scheduled around that exact window.
And I would not call every update a crisis. Sometimes the venue simply needs a new instruction. The useful question is, who or what depends on this change? Check the venue, the vendors, the remaining setup, guest comfort, and the next 2 transitions before you announce a new plan.
That is where a live event team can really help. If I know the next priority, I can adjust announcements, music pacing, audience participation, or
The order of activities, yes, but only if someone tells you what must stay.
Exactly. Something is wrong is not an instruction. Try, dinner is 15 minutes late. Hold the next announcement. Keep the birthday spotlight at 8:30. We will check again at 8:15. Now the DJ, venue, caterer, and host have something they can act on.
And name the person responsible for sending that update. Otherwise, you get the event day telephone game. One person hears that announcements are moving, another hears they are canceled, and a third is still setting up for the original schedule.
Nobody wants to discover that 3 different versions of the event are happening at the same time.
One clear update is better than 5 partial updates. Then set a time to reassess. A delay does not require constant commentary, but it does require ownership.
And sometimes the calmest choice is to remove something. A private celebration may skip a second game. A reunion may combine 2 photo moments. A community event may shorten a transition so guests are not standing in heat or waiting in an awkward space.
For a wedding, that might mean shortening open dancing instead of rushing dinner, speeches, or the couple spotlight. For a school event, it may mean removing a filler transition so students are not waiting without direction. The test is whether guests feel more connected and comfortable after the decision, or whether we are only obeying the schedule.
Here is something listeners can do before the next event. Take 1 page and make 3 columns. Protect, move, and remove.
Let's make that practical. For a wedding, protect might include the ceremony exit and first dance. Move might include the photo booth opening. Remove might include a second round of announcements. For a birthday, protect the guest of honor spotlight. Move a game, and remove an optional activity if the room gets crowded.
Then share that page with the host, planner, venue contact, and key vendors before the pressure arrives. Flexibility is not abandoning the plan. It is knowing which parts of the plan are carrying the experience.
Protect the purpose. Move what can move. Check the ripple effect. Communicate one clear next step. And remember that the host's priorities should guide every trade-off.
Thank you for listening to the Event Experience Podcast by 360 Entertainment. We hope today's episode gave you helpful information, practical ideas, and a better understanding of what it takes to create a smooth, engaging, and memorable event. For more event planning advice, vendor insights, and behind-the-scenes conversations, be sure to follow the podcast and join us for the next episode. To learn more about 360 Entertainment, view our services, or request a quote, visit www.360entllc.com. Let's create an experience worth remembering. Until next time, keep planning with purpose and creating experiences your guests will remember.